All right. Well, first of all, welcome everyone. It's great to have you all here. I see there's 73 people on the call, so woohoo, good for us. We have an excellent group of speakers here, and it's my privilege to introduce them. And I want to extend a very warm, heartfelt thank you for their willingness to come speak to us today. First up, we have Elizabeth Neely. And Elizabeth is an environmental science major at Santiago Canyon College, along with being the student trustee. She's here in the year as also Associated Student Government President, so she wears multiple hats. Neely is a driven, determined, and courageous to stand up to the needs for her fellow classmates. She's a member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, and there she isn't afraid to use her voice and stance for the desire of students. She also has 3 goals. She would like to, first off, accomplish creating a safe college environment in a COVID-19 world, not an easy task. Passing and implementing a tobacco-free and smoke-free requirement. And the 3rd goal is implementing environmentally greener practices. Some of her other accomplishments include being a student representative in the Honors Committee, overcoming Graves' disease, giving a TED Talk to 17-year-olds, and being part of the National Color Guard team at the Rose Parade. She loves hiking, traveling, observing animals in their natural habitat, and her life's work is all about sustainability and helping with climate change. While maintaining full-time status, Neely also interned at the Irvine Ranch Outdoor Education Center, and she works as a personal trainer in the LA Fitness. And she's now preparing to compete in the National American Miss California project. So a warm welcome to Elizabeth. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's nice
yes,
to be here.
we are very honored. So thank you. Our second panelist is Donna Zeal. Donna is a trustee with Cabrillo College. She's the incoming chair for the Board of Trustees. She was elected in 2010, and this is her 3rd term. Last year, she initiated the board's legislative advocacy subcommittee, and that group has now extended its reach to include drafting state and federal legislation and reviewing local issues that may impact Cabrillo and its students. Donna is retired from San Jose State University, where she worked for over 30 years. And during her career, she developed and managed the San Jose State University's Tri-County program and was associate director of its Monterey County campus. She's currently retired as an interim director of student outreach and recruitment. Donna has served almost 10 years on the board and the Women's Commission, and that has won her the Trailblazer Award in 2016. She's statewide president of California Women in Higher Education, as well as California Advocates for Reentry Education. And she currently serves on the boards of several local nonprofits and is a chartered docent at Monterey Bay Aquarium. Donna has a BA and MA in Asian and African history from San Jose State University, and she's traveled extensively. And she wanted to let us all know that she was a member of the Fourth World Conference in Beijing in 1995. I teach women's history. I talk a lot about that conference, so it's really nice to know someone that went there. So welcome very much, Donna. A warm welcome and greeting to you. Our next panelist is Tamil Gilkerson. Tamil is currently the president of Evergreen Valley College. Tamil is one of 7 children, and she is the first and only member of her family to graduate from college. Dr. Gilkerson has spent most of her career at the California Community College system, and before she was at Evergreen, she was the president of Laney College in Oakland. She began her community college career as a faculty member in psychology counseling at Chabot College, where she served as a coordinator for the TRIO Student Service Program. And then, as I said, she worked at Laney, she's worked at Contra Costa in a variety of different leadership jobs. She's a leader in a number of statewide efforts to find solutions for students' basic needs, I should say, undocumented and mixed status students. And she really works to improve the quality and delivery of distance education. I have the honor to serve with her on DTAC committee, so appreciate that. She holds a, let's see, get this right. She has a bachelor's degree in history, a master's degree in counseling with an emphasis in marriage and family therapy and pupil personnel services, and a doctorate in organizational leadership with an emphasis in higher education. So thank you, Tamil. So glad to have you here. And then to round out our panel, we have Diana Rodriguez. Diana is the newly appointed chancellor at San Bernardino Community College District, appointed in June. She served as the Inland Empire with a distinction as president of San Bernardino Valley College. She's been there since 2016. Previously, Dr. Rodriguez, Diana worked with the K-12 schools, community partners to start student-focused programs such as Generation Go, an internship program, and the Valley 360 Resource Center Food Pantry, the Workforce Readiness Program, and the annual SBVC Day of Service. And during her tenure as president, San Bernardino Valley College faculty and staff spearheaded educational strategies to earn the campus the highest level of accreditation among the best in California. And Diana Rodriguez is poised to become the only Latina chancellor of a community college district in Southern California. So welcome. She graduated from Palos Verdes College, earned 3 degrees from California State University, San Bernardino in marketing, and a master's degree in business administration, and another's master's in education. And she's a doctoral candidate in higher education leadership at North Central University. So we have very distinguished panelists. Welcome. Thank you all for joining us. So we just have some kind of general questions. Our main focus today is kind of 2 things. It's looking at the equal pay resolution. And I did put a link to it in the chat if you're not familiar with it. But the kind of template is there. And so we kind of want to talk about some colleges that have adopted it and the process and kind of the nuts and bolts of that. But we also want to talk about mentoring, because we know that mentoring is very critical, particularly for women. I found a statistic that said that women mentors, if women have a mentor, they tend to earn more over their lifetime, and they're more likely to be up for promotions and things like that. So mentorship is a really big topic. I also looked on the Academic Senate website, and they have a whole program for mentorship with again, really good ideas about how to bring a mentoring program. So we want to ask our panelists a little bit about those 2 main topics.